Most composers understand the theory behind negative harmony, but still wonder how they can put these things into action most efficiently. I invite you to have a look at the piece Get the Cheese, and we will dissect all the composition elements and also listen to the sketch and the development. Are you ready? Let's go. Let me talk about the color coding first. So everything that you will be seeing in blue comes from this side right here. That's my original side, okay? And everything in green comes from my negative side. So that is for the color coding. These guys in red, right here or down here, most of the times they are either leading tones or substitute tones. In this case, to avoid a 13 with my upper structure. In this case, to create a 13, the B against the note C up here. Normally, I would avoid 13s, but in this case, I like it. So why not? And then this is my little motif, the 2 plus 6, but right now written as a line. And this is just my triad that I'm resolving into from above. I should mention these leading tones right here. I write those last. And I'm adding these little details to the writing, but I'm not spending any time dealing with leading tones or decoration in any way, because this only slows down the process. Let me just talk about these structures here above. So you still remember, this all right here was based on a G root tone. So these guys here, that's the G, that's the F, that's an A. So it's really nothing else than a ninth chord and missing a 3 in between somewhere. The 3 comes in right here on the next little triplet. I'm giving the information about chords, but sequentially. This whole line up here, as you can tell from this 8 VA, this is in a fairly high register, and the effects range is a bit special. So you can do different things in the effects range. That is something that we talk about in the Overtone series ebook as well. And they have the function of creating a rhythm, because down here I have my little line, I have my little side line right here. This would be scale tone 5, scale tone -6, scale tone 1. But I'm not thinking of them really as scale tones in this context. I'm thinking of them really more as a line. So I want to create a nice side line to this guy up here. That was my intention. And then I simply thought, okay, let's add a little bit of rhythm and more interest. So let me just play you the sketch so that you can listen to what this all sounds like from our original ideas from these starting points here. Obviously, a little story about a mouse trying to get the cheese. Then we have the big bad cat in the low register right here, and this negative green line. So all of these structures, that is completely taken from my starting point. And this is a very, very inspiring way of writing. And everything that I'm doing here with this pulse above, You can actually read this right here, of course, but I can also give you more information on that and how to use that in a second here. Then I want to get into the orchestration. And the orchestration, that is what we call the development, okay? And that is the moment where we go into distributing voices to the orchestra, to orchestral sections, thinking of them as functions so that everything becomes more interesting. And that is really the whole score. As you can tell, this is lots of notes. So I would prefer not to show these pages because I have to scroll very quickly and probably you won't see anything. But let me go to the sketch again and let me play you the development, because the development is pretty close to the sketch. I'm really so inspired by these structures, because the funny thing is, when you listen to them, it always sounds like you wrote these things with the idea of creating tonal centers. But I'm not following any musical key or any scale in particular. I have my structure, my original structure, which was a 2 plus 6, and I have my negative structure, which was a 6 plus 2. And then what can we do from there? No matter what the actual notes are in the end, just take these structures and go with the nature of these intervals. Did you like this video and do you want me to do more of those? Please let me know down in the comments, and I can't wait to seeing you back in the next one. Bye.